Well, going to talk a little bit of the aftermath of Big Brother 24. I said I would try and talk about it if enough topics came up. But once a Big Brother season ends, I can't lie, I stop caring about the vast majority of these people, but I will try to talk about them nonetheless. Only one thing motivated me, but we'll get to that in a while. The main topics today, however, will be, of course, Kyle's apology, a little bit of Turner getting called out, and then the big topic of Jaylor, Joseph and Jaylor. I'm sure I will piss off Jaylor stands today, but oh fucking well. It's not like I'll be saying only negative things, although I will be saying negative things about the shippers for sure. We'll start with Kyle's apology. It was basically like a thank you to everyone who voted for him for America's favorite player. He's overwhelmed by the love and support. He says, I'm learning and grateful for the experience that gave me an opportunity to grow as a person. Thank you to everyone who has been a part of that journey so far. I'm looking forward to the future. Here's the big problem I got with Kyle here, because within the next 5 years you will see this guy going one of two ways. He will either go the way of Jackson Michi, who he will just continue his TikTok career and act like nothing troublesome ever happened in his past, and the young children will eat it up because they don't know who the fuck he is really from anything else other than TikTok. Or he will go the way of Aaron, and he will someday have some far-right extremist bullshit either on YouTube or somewhere else, because the far-right will give anyone a platform. So, yeah, because that is the people that continue to support Kyle. Anyone from the Facebook streets of Big Brother are Kyle's biggest fans, acting like he did nothing wrong and like he was the victim when he was not the victim. So Kyle, he's kind of disappeared from hanging out with the cast for the most part, it seems. Him and Alyssa also seem to have split, possibly. They aren't together as of this week, it seems like, but who knows where that relationship actually stands. Maybe Alyssa is trying to get as far away as possible from him because of, the bad press for him and the 10-second press from him. So, yeah. That's where it stands with Kyle and Alyssa. Now, Turner and Jasmine got those matching muffin tattoos. Talk about beating a joke into the ground. The show already beat the muffin stuff into the ground in the first place. And now those two get matching muffin tattoos. I mean, I guess anything for attention, I guess, is what happens when you're on a reality television show and you want to keep getting attention. I guess this was their way to do that. I find it dumb, but yeah. But then Twitter's going to be the main topic of this video probably, because while after a season starts to not give a shit about any of these people, Twitter goes to the other extreme and cares way too much. And they keep getting on these spaces night and day, Big Brother spaces going on all night, even waking up, and there's still Big Brother spaces going on. It's overkill to say the least. One of them was Twitter trying to call Turner out on his shit, which maybe he needed a little bit of that. I don't think it went over well for Twitter nor for Turner. It just was a clusterfuck for the most part. I still don't think Twitter is calling out the right people, though. I mean, I think Turner needed to answer to some of his nonsense in the house, some of the statements he made. I agree with that. But, here is something I think is happening that maybe needs to be talked about a little more, and that is the black Big Brother fans wanting to hold Monty and Amira super accountable for the way they acted, and maybe they deserve it because they were acting like this or acting like that towards another black person in the house. So yeah, they should be called out on it. But then you see on the other side, the white fans give easy passes to people like Kyle and Indy and Brittany especially. Brittany was my motivation for making this video, of course, because I have to stay on Brittany's neck, and I will. But Monty's getting all this hate. Amira continues to get all this hate. And the fact is, they're hating on those two the most, not because of Taylor, but because of Joseph. And this is something that the Jaylor stans will try and pretend isn't the case. But they're trying to make Joseph as big of a victim as Taylor, and it's just not the case. Because, you know, Taylor went and slept with Monty, and because Amira made that statement at the finale to hurt Joseph's feelings, possibly. And it's crazy how those two are now getting the most hate from the fandom, while, you know, Kyle's getting some hate too. Oh, another one, Terrence, getting a lot of hate. It seems as though the black people on the cast are getting the most hate, and then people like Indy's getting this redemption story. When all Indy and Turner are doing to get this redemption story are showing videos of Joseph and Taylor together, because the fandom, the loudest people in the fandom now are the Jaylor stans, who are going to extremes to act like this couple is the most magnificent thing in the world, and it is not. It's still in the early stages of even becoming a couple in the first place. So it would be great if you all can reflect on that for a while, and as to why people like Brittany are getting passes while everyone's still bombarding Monty and Amira very extreme, when it should be the opposite, in my opinion. I mean, I still think people like Monty need some answers to the way he acted, but like, we're not going to get it, because Monty even said when he was in the house, he's probably never going to get on Twitter. Now, he might eventually to try and fix his own PR if he wants to remain in the spotlight. But even last season, at the end of last season, y'all hated Big D, and he was on my nerves too. But like I said, when the season ends, I stopped caring. But the Twitter didn't stop caring. They were giving Big D shit for months and months and months. But now, who is right on the spaces with y'all? Big D. They're talking shit with y'all. After just last season, you all hated Big D. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of Big Brother 25, Monty's in the spaces with you all talking shit. Because you all just, whatever floats your boat this month, I guess, is what happens with Twitter. Whoever is the person pissing off Big Brother Twitter the most is who Big Brother Twitter is going to focus on for that month. But that also brings me to Joseph and Taylor, because this is their relationship right now in a nutshell. I believe that they are into each other, I do. And I believe they want to slowly possibly make things work. But so far, for a week out of the house, their entire relationship revolves around them posting pictures together for Twitter, them posting videos or have videos posted about them for Twitter. It's like their relationship revolves around Twitter, and I don't think that's healthy whatsoever. Also, like, if you ever get on these spaces on Twitter, you can tell that most of the people on those spaces are like between the ages of 15 and 21. So if you're in this, are starting to build up this new relationship, you really want it to revolve around a bunch of people who are younger than 21. That's not smart at all either. You know, some celebrity couples do this, I guess, but I don't think it ever ends well. And maybe even Love Island couples. I know Zeta and Timmy kind of post themselves together all the time, but that's what the focus of that show is. It's to be the best couple on the show, and Timmy and Zeta were the best couple on Love Island USA this past season. And they get mostly positive press by doing that, though. Whereas this is Big Brother, and the Big Brother fandom is ridiculously toxic. So I don't know how making your relationship revolve around shippers does anything for your relationship. Some may speculate that this is like themselves trying to continue to gain as much clout as possible, but that would be stupid on Taylor's end, because Taylor's the most popular person coming off of the show. So for her to like kind of make her postseason all about Jaylor as well, it's not making a lot of sense for me for her. I can see for Joseph. Joseph's getting tons of clout from this. Joseph and his entire family getting tons of clout from this, so it's smart on that end. That also kind of takes away from Taylor's speech talking about how she wanted women to not be shown to revolve around her showmance. Then she gets out of the house, and her entire postseason is starting to revolve around her showmance with Joseph. I don't like it. But I don't think their relationship necessarily is the problem. I think the shippers are the problem, who go to all these extremes because I guess they don't have their own lives. I really don't understand the commotion for shipping real life couples. I kind of get it on a written television show, when you're watching a written television show, to tweet about that television show and then you move on with your life until the next episode. But like, to do this about people in real life has never made sense to me, and it never will. And even on a lower level, you can compare this to the couples that have like joint Facebook accounts because they're super insecure with each other, I suppose. I've never understood why joint Facebook accounts are a thing. I've always, in my mind, thought maybe one of them cheated on the other, and this is their way of like trying to fix their relationship by having a joint couple accounts. We're so happy together. This is our insecurity coming through. It's kind of giving Jaylor right now. And the most negative part of this can be is if they ever decide that it's not working out, they're going to be coming at each other. Some shippers are going to come after Taylor. Probably most are going to come after Taylor, if we're being honest, because everyone right now is acting like Joseph's one of the biggest victims coming out of the show, when it was clearly Taylor. But I'm sure Joseph will get some side of the fandom or the shippers that come after him too, if they ever split or if they ever don't become a real thing, because that's how toxic this fandom is. So prepare for that one day, I'm sure. There's going to be inner fighting within the shippers if these two don't ever actually get together. But like I said, I do believe that they like each other, and I do believe they want to work maybe towards a relationship. However, to any of the shippers that think Monty and Taylor are on bad terms, that's not the case. They hung out together just the other day. So I don't think those two are completely on bad terms. Now, do I think Taylor wants anything to do with Monty relationship-wise? I don't, and I really don't think Monty does either, because his ego has been, fractured now. So, yeah. But lastly, can you, if you're all going to be this toxic on social media, can you turn that toxicity towards Brittany, please? Can you give her what she needs? She's the one that really needs to come up with some answers to some questions. You all gave Daniel his lashings like he deserved, and now hopefully he'll go into obscurity. I mean, we'll always have to see his ugly hair, I'm sure, but hopefully he goes into obscurity nonetheless. And you've all, like I pointed out, continued to give it to Amira and Monty. But where's Brittany's? Can we give it to Brittany? You called out Turner in his space. Brittany needs to answer for all of her wrongdoings in this game, for being the worst friend of all time, going behind Taylor's back, talking shit all the time, getting involved in the all-white alliance, then using it as gameplay. And then after that, still using Taylor's friendship and throwing her under the bus the entire time. On a personal level, it was never completely on a game level. It was always on a personal level, because Brittany's a loser, and Brittany's always been jealous of people in the game. So Brittany made things very personal as well. So if you all maybe call out Brittany, maybe I'll respect your all's toxicity a little more. But until then, I can't respect it.